The White House said President Donald Trump would not be happy if Russia is sharing intelligence with Iran. And this is, of course, during the West Asia war, but has avoided any strong criticism of Moscow so far. Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt said that Trump and his special envoy Steve Witkoff, they've sent a message to Russia expressing concern and hoping that it isn't happening. That is the sharing of intelligence with Iran. Listen to this.
The president and his special envoy Witkoff have both said that, of course, they've sent a message to Russia that if that was taking place, it's not something they would be happy with, and they hope that it is not taking place.
The Washington Post reported on Friday that Moscow has passed sensitive intelligence to Tehran, including the locations of U.S. warships and aircraft in the region. But Washington has taken a restrained tone in response so far, with Trump saying that President Vladimir Putin wanted to be helpful in West Asia in a call on Monday, even as Putin offered unwavering support to Iran's new supreme leader. Witkoff, who has led U.S. talks with both Russia and Iran in recent months, said that Russia should be taken at its word when it denied sharing intelligence with Tehran. On Saturday, the U.S. Special Envoy said he had strongly communicated to Russia not to share targeting information with Tehran. On Tuesday, the Kremlin declined to say whether the U.S. has warned it against sharing intelligence with Iran. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov, this is what he said, that Witkoff is in constant contact with his Russian counterparts, and the channel of communication allows both countries to hand each other signals about the most sensitive issues. Now, Trump said on Saturday that he had no indication that Russia was supporting Iran in the war, but that if they were, it was not helping much. Russia is a close ally of Iran. That's a well-known fact, with the two agreeing last year to help each other counter common threats. And earlier, we were joined by Collins Chong-Yu-Keat from Kuala Lumpur. He's a foreign affairs and security strategist at the University of Malaya. He gave us his perspective on Russia's role in the ongoing West Asia war. Let's listen in.
Of course, also Russia has also benefited from this conflict in Iran. We have seen how energy prices have initially skyrocketed, and with higher energy prices, Russia will also benefit. And of course, also a renewed Western distraction from a new theater of conflict in West Asia, in the Middle East, serving as a distraction from Ukraine. And of course, also a deeper US entanglement into another theater of war. But also we have seen some drawbacks in terms of how the traditional support system from Iran in terms of munitions, in terms of weapons supply system have also been degraded. But Russia is being seen as a co-belligerent and a strategic spoiler, an indirect enabler for this conflict. But we have yet to see how any direct intervention or any direct support system from Moscow will directly benefit Iran. And so far we have seen how the Iran is now being left further pressure in terms of how we can sustain this prolonged conflict if there's a risk for this to be a protracted conflict. And depending also on the stockpile of its own missiles and drones and the launchers that will be needed to launch these missiles and drones, and how far that it can reach this threshold of enabling this war of attrition to impose enough cost on both Israel and the US to ensure that this can be prolonged, and of course to impose also economic pains on the global markets, and of course economic pains on the Gulf states as well. And so far we have yet to see any kind of a sustained response system also from the Gulf states, from Saudi Arabia, from Bahrain, from UAE. Most of these states have been constrained in terms of their response system, and this is still very much in a control stage, and we have yet to see any kind of an all-out war from the regional point of view, and this serves as also one of the openings for future de-escalation measures, and that will need to be seen from the side of Iran.